And just we'll get you guys moving. So welcome to the, I'm going to call this the intermediate semi-advanced class. There's going to be another level after this series, much to Amanda's chagrin. But so just remember, this class is meant to get you guys moving, get stronger in various positions and various muscles. If anything that we're doing is causing pain or you feel like it's not right for you, please don't do it. And we can maybe figure out a way of modifying it so that you can do it and make it successful for you. So just do the best you can. We have certain numbers and target ranges that we're going to be working on. If you can't absolutely do what we're asking you to do, then please, use your best judgment and back off, or don't do the exercise, and just let me know if you have any questions, and we can try to modify it for you guys. Okay, so without any further ado, we're going to get started. This will be a continuation of the beginner class. We're going to just step it up a notch in terms of the positions, the length of time holding positions, the intensity of the exercise. All that will be ramped up just a tick. So that you guys can continue to work and continue to get stronger. And that's how strength is developed. You have to continue to and continually push the envelope. It's called the overload principle in muscle physiology. When you're trying to strengthen a muscle, you have to continually change it, increase the intensity, change the exercise, so that you can continue to see physiological changes of the muscle, so that you can continue to move forward. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of this class. So we're going to get started. We're going to start in kind of where we left off last week, in a bit of in a quadruped position, Amanda, just to start with a warm-up. I'm going to have her on all fours. Remember, if you have a hard time being in a quadruped, all four hands and knees position, then make sure you use some, wash your hands, some cushion underneath your knees. Remember, the basic setup here is the hips are going to be right over the knees. So either back up here, Amanda, or bring the knees forward a little bit, right there. And then her shoulders are right over the wrists with the elbows straight. You want to establish a neutral spine here, and then her abdominals are nice and tight. She's going to start to rock her pelvis back and forth and do a little bit of mobility to get the spine warmed up and the muscles in her glutes and in her abdominals working. So we're going to do pelvic rock. So we're going to do the cat and the camel first, just to warm up the spine, give you guys a little bit of a warm up before we get started with the strengthening exercises. So we're going to go through some new exercises today, progressions of old ones that we did during the beginner series last week. Okay, so rolling it back and forth. And remember, if you have this down packed and you can do this, you want to start to add your breath to it. So as you inhale, Amanda, you're going to arch. So right now we're going to exhale as you go into the cat. Good, and inhale as you go into the camel. So exhale. Now inhale right now. Good. Exhale. With each time you do it, try to go a little further. A little bit more excursion of those spine joints and using those muscles to create that movement. So it's a nice warm up for what we're going to get into next. Okay, good. Now find that middle ground and bring your abdominals in nice and tight. And what you want to do here, Amanda, is you want to straighten one arm out. Let's start with the left arm straighten out ahead of you, and then reach back with that left leg. I'm sorry, with the right leg. That would be kind of hard to do that. She'd probably tip over onto the floor. Pick up that back leg a little bit more, Amanda, and squeeze and hold. And we're going to be holding 10 to 15 seconds here. Okay. We're going to go for 15 since she's doing so well. And again, we want to maintain a nice level pelvis, which she's doing a better job this week. Good. That's 15 seconds. Take a break. Good. On the transitions, try to make it a smooth transition so there's not a lot of pelvic movement or pelvic rocking. Go right arm, left leg now and then. And hold. For those of you who have neck problems, you want to keep that neck in nice neutral position. So look down at the mat or the carpet, wherever you're doing it at home. She's already at 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's 1 rep. Let's go again. On your sheets, it will have reps, it'll have sets, it'll have hold times, number of times per day, number of times per week. So this is second rep out of 5. 1, we may only do 3 today, but at home you should try to strive for 5. Pick up that back leg a little bit more, Amanda. Perfect. So that it's a straight arrow from the front fingertips to the back toe. Switch, that's 15 seconds. Again, the transitions between one leg to the other should be really smooth. Okay, good. Now just keep looking down, Ellen, so that you're not straining your neck. Okay, I'll give you some cues and I'll let you know when it changes. Good. Take a break. Good. All right, that's number 2. Take a little pause for 5 to 10 seconds. And I get pretty specific with my hold times and my rest times because that's another way that I can progress the exercise, by either increasing the hold time or by decreasing the rest time so that you're working a little bit harder. And that in itself is, again, applying that overload principle where you're advancing your exercises. Okay, so let's go ahead and reach again, left arm, right leg, and you're holding. Good, 15, switch. 3, she's starting to sag here a little bit, so I'm gonna cue her to really pick up from here. Good, to keep that, we talked about that straight arrow, right? And pick up a little bit more right there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take a break. How are we doing, Amanda? You need a break?
Nope.
Okay, let's do 2 more. I think you can get to 5.
Yes.
Okay, so again, kick it out. Ellen looks really good. I can't see that back leg, but your arm looks really, yeah, there you go. That looks good. Looks like a pretty straight arrow.
You just
and I'm gonna,
switch with the camera.
I'm gonna, yep, now switch. I wanna see the transition, Ellen. Go ahead and switch. Good, pretty smooth transition. You wanna minimize the amount of pelvic movement and hip movement as you switch from one leg to the other, or one arm to the other. Okay, and take a break, Ellen. You're gonna switch out again and go. This is gonna be our last one, guys. Pick up from here, Amanda, perfect. .15 switch. And during our rest period, we're gonna make it a little bit of an active rest period where we're gonna stretch out our wrists and our palms to give you a little bit of break, because some of you guys are probably getting tired through your wrists and palms, putting a lot of weight through them. Some of you may already have wrist problems, so we wanna make sure that we're taking care of that. 3, 2, 1, and take a break. Why don't you take a quick child pose just to catch your breath, drop your butt toward your feet, reach out your hands. Very nice. Okay, come right back up, and we're gonna stretch, do a little activity here where we're stretching out our wrists. Stay in the same position, Amanda. We're going to, in a quadruped position again, just with your palms here. We're gonna do small little circles with your elbows straight around your wrists, okay? Just getting some range of motion into them. Even though you're still putting weight on them, you're just moving in different directions to actually strengthen and stretch those muscles that you just used. Okay, so you're gonna do a couple more in this direction. So she's going clockwise right now. In a second, we're gonna go counterclockwise. Go ahead and stop and go the other way, counterclockwise. Trying to put weight on all parts of your palm and hands and fingers. Let your fingers splay out so they're flat on the ground. The middle finger is pointing straight ahead and trying to spread out all the other fingers. Couple more circles here. And good, take a break. Now what I want you to do is turn your arms so that your hands are now pointing backwards, as far back as you can. So it requires you to rotate your shoulders, what we call externally, so that your fingers point backwards. You may not have that much range of motion. Yep. So that your hands are pointing backwards so that you can see Amanda here. There. So you can see her hands are pointing, yep, toward her feet, toward her knees. And then from here, she's going to go into her circles again. You already are probably feeling a stretch here. So these circles are going to be a little smaller because it's going to require a little bit more flexibility that you may not have. So just nice and easy. 3 more, Amanda. 1, 2, 3, and then the other way. Yeah, so she's really pushing that range of motion. Again, if it's causing pain other than a strong stretch, I want you to back off of it. Okay, now let's take a break from that. Amanda, go into a tall kneel position, and you're gonna do this motion here with your hands. Yeah, interlace your fingers. I'm gonna demonstrate here, and then just move your wrists almost in like a figure 8 position. Okay, if your left thumb is on top, in about 5 more, I'm gonna have you switch so that your right thumb is on top. Good, now go the switch, interlace your fingers the other way so your right thumb is on top, and your first movement is gonna be toward the right, and figure 8 toward the right first, okay?
Tai Chi.
She? Oh, did I say he?
No, I said Tai Chi. It's
Oh, Tai Chi. Oh, do they do that in Tai Chi, Ellen?
Yeah, they do this in Tai Chi, yeah.
Oh, great, fantastic. Okay, so you get a little Tai Chi with it too. No extra charge for that. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's move on to our next exercise today. And that's gonna be a side lying. We're gonna try to hit different planes. The side lying, it's called a clam with internal rotation. I'm gonna give her the pillow so her head is comfortable. And Ellen, you can get all the way onto your side. And we've done the clam before. This just adds another component to it. I'm gonna give her the TheraBand to add to this, and I'm gonna put the TheraBand lower than we're used to putting it. We're gonna put it at her ankles here, okay? So Amanda, open up, and again, the setup position is everything, right, Ellen? So hips are stacked, abdominals are engaged, and you're lifted through your side trunk area. So right through here, good, okay? Creating that, what we call a little bit of a mouse house on the side. Think about Tom and Jerry. Jerry's house is a little arch through on the wall. In this case, it's on a rib cage on the left side right side. Okay, so what she's gonna do now is keeping all that steady. Her abdominals are strong. She's gonna open up her knee into a clam and hold it there. A little higher, good. Now from there, she's going to rotate her bottom foot up toward the ceiling and internally rotate her knee and open up, good. Now she's gonna bring the foot down, and then that's 1. Again, rotate the knee open as wide as you can, then rotate the foot, and then come back down. But don't let that hip collapse as you rotate the bottom, the foot. There, good. So don't let that knee come down on you, Amanda, on this. So open the knee as wide as you can to the clam, and then rotate as wide as you can, and there, now bring the knee down, and then the foot down. So it's adding that extra internal rotation component, and then rotate, and then down and down. Open the knee up, rotate, down with the knee, down with the foot. Good, and keep going. We're gonna do 15 here. Let's do 12. I think it says 12 on the sheet. We'll stick to what the sheet says. Knee open, rotate, and down and down. And then rotate the knee, rotate the foot, and then bring everything down. Let's try bringing everything down at once on the next one. So rotate the knee open into a clam, and then rotate the foot, and then bring everything down at once and see how that feels. Is there any difference to that, Amanda?
Feels easier.
Feels easier?
Like, that's just weird.
Yeah. So rotate the knee, open as wide as you can, and then open the foot, and then bring everything down. Rotate the foot, knee, good, and down. Helen, how we doing?
Let's see.
Yeah, it's almost, so rotate that knee, and then, let's see. Okay, there you go. And then once you rotate the foot up, then you want to bring everything down at once. You don't need to rotate any further.
1.
Rotate. 2, good. Now go straight down. Perfect, better. That looks cleaner. Good. Couple more. We've done more than 12. I just want to get a couple more on you. And last one. And take a break. All right, let's do the other side. Good. So again, everything is set up first, right, Ellen? Mouse house engaged, abdominals engaged, hips are stacked. Good, and better. It looks better, Amanda. Open the knee wide, then rotate the foot, and then bring everything down. Open the knee, rotate the foot, and then bring everything down. Again, a big strengthener of your gluteus medius, which is the biggest glute on the side of the hip. Very important for the stability of your knee, the stability of your pelvis. We do these exercises and strengthen this muscle almost on a day, every day in the clinic. We do this all the time. Very, very important muscle for the function mechanics of the lower extremity as well as your spine. Ellen, go ahead and bend your knees a little bit more. I think that might be helpful for you. There. Now from there, rotate there, and everything comes down. There you go. Open, rotate, and back down. Two more, guys. Rotate, open, and back down. So you want to see that knee open first, and then now the knee's going to rotate down as that foot comes up. Last one, open, rotate the knee down as the foot lifts, and take a break. Okay, good. Turn to your back. Let's stretch it out. So we're going to do a piriformis stretch. I'm going to pull the band off. Cross right ankle over left knee, and you can pull the left thigh toward you. On the handout, I put two variations of this stretch. This is variation, the harder one, which is piriformis 3 stretch, and it's a little harder, but some people just don't have the range of motion to get to this position. So on the next leg, we're going to demonstrate the first option, and you want to hold this for about a minute. For our purposes, we're going to hold it for another 10 seconds or so. Good. Let's switch legs, Amanda. With this time, don't grab the right thigh. What I want you to do is grab the outside of your left knee with both hands and then pull it in the direction of your right shoulder. So opposite shoulder here. This is targeting the same muscle, just not as intensely. Okay, again, on the handout, it has a minute hold. So she's going to hold it for a minute. Good, and take a break. This is a great stretch to do after you've done any kind of clam, hydrant, or clams with internal rotation that we just did. Okay, let's move on. So she's already on her back, so we're moving on to our bridge exercise for today. So we've done bridge in just bridge by itself. We've also done bridge with marching. Today we're going to do bridge with straight leg raise. Okay, so Amanda, squeeze your glutes. Good, now lift. Let's do a couple warm-up bridges first, and then back down. Ellen, this is much more intense once we add the legs, so just make sure you let me know, or don't do it if it's causing pain or too much discomfort.
Okay.
Okay, squeeze the glutes, Amanda. Now lift and hold this one here. Again, she's going to keep her pelvis very level, and she's going to straighten out her right leg. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is working on strength and endurance. 8, 9, 10. Switch legs, but don't drop the hip or the pelvis. Keep the pelvis up in a bridge position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch again. Really keep squeezing the glutes. Try to pull the abdominals in, belly button drawn in like we've worked on. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Left leg extends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Good. This is hard, guys. This is really testing your endurance. This is the intermediate class, so I'm pushing you guys a little bit. 10 and switch. This is the end of 4, right, Amanda? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Last one. This is number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you want to keep that pelvis level so it doesn't teeter on you. 10 and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. I want you to bring this the following stretch is not on your handout, but I'm going to have Amanda do it just to give her back a little bit of a break. Pull the knees to the chest. Take a load off. This is a great stretch for you, Ellen, for somebody with stenosis. So go ahead and give yourself a break. Ellen, was that okay for you?
Yeah, I'm used to doing them.
You're doing that already?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And then are you holding longer or are you holding shorter than that?
I'm holding it shorter.
Shorter. Okay. So then, you know, that's a good way to progress yourself, is to hold it for longer periods of time. Okay, that's enough of that one. Let's go one more set of the bridging and then we'll finish off with a hamstring stretch once we're done with this one. All right, Amanda, squeeze the glutes and then hold. And I'm going to give her a little bit of a cue here that we gave in the beginning, is to try to, on the leg that's still on the ground, the left leg in this case for Amanda, she's going to create that magnetic pull between her heels and the back of the glutes to create more force generation on that left leg. It's the leg that's down. Now switch, Amanda, that's more than 10 seconds. Now on this one, she's creating that magnetic pull between the back of her heels and the glute on the right side, creating more activity within her hamstring, her glutes, and her back muscles. And switch. And if you do that, create that magnetic pull, it creates more activity, more strength, and it makes the exercise harder. So if you're looking at challenging yourself, Ellen, try to create that magnetic pull between the back of your right heel now and your glutes. Switch, Amanda. Nope, you keep your foot flat. You're just generating force. Nothing is actually moving. You're just generating force between the back of the right heel in Amanda's case and the right glute. Switch. That's number 3. You got 2 more to go. So good. It looks good, Ellen. Your pelvis looks good. Make sure you're pulling that right heel toward your glutes and your glutes toward the heel on the right side to create that magnetic pull and increase the activity. Switch. You switched already? Good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Last one, guys. 2, 3, 4. If I can get nitpicky, Amanda's arch is collapsing slightly on her left, so roll your foot out a little bit on the left. There, keep that neutral. 10 and switch. Last one. Yeah, that's on that leg. This is the last one. Amanda wants to be finished. There's an earthquake in the room. The table is shaking. 7, 8, 9, 10. Take a break. Glutes down. Bring the knees to the chest to stretch that out. Very good. Amanda's a good sport. She does all these exercises with us. It demonstrates so very nicely. And she's getting stronger too. All right, let's relax that. Let's finish. If you have your strap with you, a towel, the tie to your robe, whatever you have with you, we're going to do a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Ellen, do you have any sciatica or leg pain?
Oh, that's what I have is leg pain.
You have leg pain? Okay. So just be careful with this one. Do you ever do a hamstring stretch?
Yeah, I do them all the time.
Okay, good. Then it doesn't bother you, right? Very good. Straighten out your left knee, Ellen. It makes it more intense if you can. If you feel like it's comfortable where it is, then leave it there. When you straighten out the opposite leg that's not stretching, it makes the stretch on the right leg, in this case right now for you, a little bit more intense. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But if it bothers your back, then put the leg back up. Good. You're pretty good. You have pretty good flexibility there, so you're doing a nice job of stretching. And again, any stretch that I hold, I try to hold for at least a minute and working my way up to several minutes if you really want to get that length. Good. Let's switch legs. Straighten out the right leg. Good. Pull it up. Perfect. Hold. Knee as straight as possible so you really get into that muscle. Also, just keep in mind that if you have nerve sciatica issues, keeping the knee straight may be a little too uncomfortable. So you may want to bend the knee just slightly, and you might feel it more in the hamstring muscle in the back of the thigh. So just kind of, you can alter. That's another small alteration or modification that you can make in order to make the exercise or the stretch more comfortable for you. So another 20 seconds. So is he falling asleep? Bend your knee, Amanda. She's saying that her toes are falling asleep a bit.
I don't feel it that way.
You don't feel it at all? Can you find a happy medium where you're straightening and feeling a stretch, but not getting the toe numbness or the toe. No. Okay, so Amanda may have a little bit of neural tension. She's complaining of her nerve or her foot falling asleep. What do you feel there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you're hyperextending that knee.
Right.
So, okay, we'll have to work on Amanda. She probably has a little bit of neural tension where she's being limited more by the nerve than she is by the muscle. This is strictly more of a muscle stretch, although you are going to get a little bit of a nerve pull on this as well. But
I mean, it feels good. I just couldn't hold it for
yeah,
like a minute.
right. Okay. All right, Amanda, you are done. And we're right at 2 o'clock, actually, right time. That is the end of our session. Again, we will continue to make it more difficult in the subsequent sessions. Remember, our next session will be Monday at 4:30. Okay, so tune in. So it's just a couple days break on that, but we'll be back and we'll progress these exercises that we did today. And probably add some new
How do
ones.
we register for that one? Will it come through?
She'll send it to you if you, yeah, Amanda? She wants to know how she registers for that?
Yep. Same way she registered for today.
Yep, same way as today, Ellen.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right. Thanks.